Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. أهلا وسهلا من سفارة جمهورية العراق في براغ. Warm greetings from the Embassy of the Republic of Iraq in Prague. I would like to express my appreciation for all the organizers and the participants for the festival, which despite all the challenges due to COVID-19 is still taking place. Well done. The impact of such cultural festivals is far-reaching and actually brings people much closer together by building stronger bridges between cultures. It is such a pleasure to participate for the second consecutive year in the Oriental Cultural Festival, Crescent Above Prague. This year's theme is Towards the Stars. The Islamic civilization has made remarkable achievements in the field of astronomy. Islam was in fact the biggest impetus for the development of astronomy. Islamic astronomy served religious purposes such as the determination of the direction and times of prayers, Qibla, towards Mecca. The Islamic calendar, al-Taqweem al-Hijri, is a lunar calendar and thus depends on the movement of the moon and consists of 12 lunar months. The beginning of each month is marked by the observance of a new moon seen for the first time. It is used to determine the Islamic event such as the period of Ramadan, fasting, Eids, and Hajj. The Holy Quran has inspired and encouraged Muslims to contemplate and carry out research in the field of astronomy. The House of Wisdom, Beit al-Hikmah, was an academy established in Baghdad under Abbasid Khalifa al-Ma'mun in early 9th century, who greatly supported astronomical research. Baghdad and Damascus became the centers for astronomical studies. Many scholars in the field of astronomy emerged, such as Al-Razi, Ibn al-Haytham, Al-Khawarizmi, Al-Tuzi, and others. There are many Quranic verses which call for the contemplation of the universe, the sun, the moon, and the planets. We find the word sun is mentioned about 33 times in different verses of the Quranic surah, while the word moon is mentioned in 27 places. The planet is mentioned 11 times, and the stars are mentioned 13 times. I am going to recite now 3 examples of Quranic verses from different chapters, surahs. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وهو الذي جعل لكم النجوم لتهتدوا بها في ظلمات البر والبحر. And it is He who placed for you the stars, that you may be guided by them through the darkness of the land and sea. The second one, هو الذي جعل الشمس ضياء والقمر نورا وقدره منازل لتعلموا عدد السنين والحساب. It is He who made the sun a shining light, and the moon derived light and determined for its phases, that you may know the number of years and the count of time. And the third one, لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبح. صدق الله العظيم. It is not possible for the sun to reach the moon, nor does the night overtake the day, but each go on floating smoothly in an orbit of their own. Beyond the Holy Quran, the sky, the stars, the moon, and the sun all are part of the daily life of the Arab poets, which are reflected in their poems and literature. I have selected some Iraqi poets whom I'm going to recite some phrases from their poems. Salah Niazi is a very well-known Iraqi poet and writer born in Nasiriyah, Iraq, 1935, and currently living in London. I have the privilege to know him over 30 years and is a close friend of mine. The title of the poem is Night of Shahrazad. Shahrazad, as you may know, is a major female character and the storyteller in the famous narratives of the Middle Eastern collection of tales known as 1001 Night, Alif Layla wa Layla. I will recite the poem in Arabic and then in English. ليل شهرزاد. الليل يختلف من بلد إلى بلد كما تختلف الوجوه حتى في العائلة الواحدة. النجوم واحدة، القمر واحد، الجنادب واحدة، مع ذلك يختلف الليل من بلد إلى بلد. القمر بكل اللغات يورث الجنون، وعد النجوم يسبب الثألول إلا قمر بغداد. كل نجمة شهرزاد، وكل ليلة ألف ليلة، وفي صدر المرأة الريفية شمس وقمر ونجوم، تحت شيلتها على وجه الدقة شمس وقمر ونجوم. Night of Shahrazad. Night differs from country to country, like the faces differ even in the same family. The stars are one, the moon is one, grasshoppers are one. However, the night varies from country to country. The moon in all languages causes madness, and the counting of the stars causes what? Except Baghdad's moon. Each star Shahrazad, and every night 1,000 nights, and in the chest of a rural woman, sun, moon, and stars. Under her scarf, sun, moon, and stars. The second poem I will read is called The Moon of Baghdad, and is also from the poetry collection of Salah Niazi. قمر بغداد. قمر بغداد أشبه بتهويدة وموسيقى بيضاء تمس الجسد بفرو فقمة وريش بلبل. خفت من جلاله الصامت وسحره لا يقاوم. الأشياء الصامتة مثيرة ومرعبة في آن واحد. The Moon of Baghdad. The Moon of Baghdad is like a lullaby and white music. I pat the body with seal fur and bubble feather. I was afraid of her silent sublimity and her magic irresistible. Silent things are exciting and terrifying at the same time. For the third poem, I choose for you Nazik al-Malaika. Nazik al-Malaika, an Iraqi female poet, and is considered by many to be one of the most influential contemporary Iraqi poets. Al-Malaika is famous as the first Arabic poet to use free verse. The poem called Tree of the Moon, شجرة القمر. حار الرعاة أيسرق هذا البريء القمر؟ ألم يخطئ الاتهام ترى؟ ثم أين القمر؟ وعادوا حيارى لأكواخهم يسألون الظلام عن القمر العبقري، أتاه وراء الغمام أم اختطفته السعالي وأخفته خلف الغيوم وراحت تكسره لتغذي ضياء النجوم. Tree of the Moon. The shepherds are bewildered. Could this innocent person steal the moon? Did they mistake the accusation? See then, where is the moon? They return confused to their huts, asking the darkness about the genius moon. Did it stray behind the clouds, or was kidnapped by the demons and hidden behind the clouds, and started to cut it into pieces to feed the light of the stars? The third poet and final poem is by Jamil Sidqi al-Zahawi. Jamil Sidqi al-Zahawi was a prominent Iraqi poet and philosopher. He is regarded as one of the greatest contemporary poets of the Arab world and was known for his defense of women's rights. I have chosen some phrases from his poem called Sky Scene, مشهد السماء. أنت مما تبدينه من صفاء، يا سماء العراق خير سماء، انظريني فقد أحبك قلبي وأحبتك مثله حوبائي، انظريني إذا العنادل غنت سحرا فوق منكب الشجراء، انظري لي ليلا إذا الشمس غابت بعيون النجوم في الظلماء. Sky Scene. You are what you show of serenity. Oh, the skies of Iraq, the best sky. Look at me, my heart loved you, and likewise my soul loved you. Look at me, when the nightingale sang magic over the dense forest. Look at me at night if the sun goes down in the eyes of the stars in the dark. I hope you enjoyed these poems like I do. And if you did, I hope you can find a well-translated book of Iraqi poetry. It was once again my pleasure to be with you, and I leave you now to listen to one of my favorite melodies by Iraqi artist Seta Hogibian. She is also known as the warm voice of Iraq. The song is called I Was Young and So You Were. كنت صغيرة وأنت صغيرون. It is about a love story from childhood to adulthood, and how their love, like a star and the moon, grow and flourish. Thank you very much.
حبيبي يبتدي قلوب السفر لا لا لا